Kia ora! This week I focused on clearing up the visuals for the setting of Urupa. I searched the web for houses that were built in the 1860s and started to replicate the Italian Renaissance qualities they had. The house is already too big to explore in the first experience alone, but it's good to have an idea of the exterior / full interior, as it will allow us to allude to the future possibility of being able to explore outside in the next episodes. We also don't want to be adding rooms and areas in later episodes that we may have forgotten, just to simply keep the continuity smooth over the whole season. Now, because a curse has long fallen upon the house and the people who dwell in there, a lot of the rooms inside will be nailed shut, and some of them heavily barricaded, and have been for years. This will help get the players intrigued about entering the rooms at some point, but also covering as an excuse to keep the first episode restricted, thoroughly detailed, but optimized. So here's my initial guess on what the house was bound to look like, and move that bus, here's the way it looks now. So after Skyping Motion and doing some research into existing games, we narrowed the scope of our first episode and sectioned off some of the selected rooms. We needed enough rooms to create a compelling loop around for escaping Kuia, but also enough rooms to hide all of the clues appropriately. Clues that help you solve the mystery of episode 1. I cut out most of the rooms upstairs also, apart from Hopara's room, where he wakes and resets to every time he is caught by Kuia, and possibly a balcony, where we might be able to view the surrounding landscape and Urupa. Tama out.
Hey everyone, hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and thanks again for tuning into another episode. So this week I'm pretty much showing you guys how I went from this to this. I began with a low poly human model, and then with this model I began to outline the shape of the character. After I'm happy with the body shape, I begin to softly outline the key human features on the face and the body. Next, I start to sculpt the musculature on the body, so like, the back muscles, the chest, the abs, the shoulders, the arms, the legs. You can't forget legs, don't skip leg day. Why did I say that? I didn't spend too much time on the body because you won't be able to see it because he's wearing clothes. So once I was happy with how the body looked, I moved on to the smaller features such as the beard and the hair, which can also be the most time consuming part, but luckily it didn't take me too long. Using a neat little feature called fiber mesh, I was able to quickly construct the beard and have it somewhat optimized with a low poly count. So for the hair, I masked the top of the head and then extracted it and used that as a base for my hair. I then began to sculpt it and then had it in the style that looked like he had it tied up. Then I began to add some definition into this little strands of hair, and yeah. Next, it was time to do the clothing. In the reference image that Tama gave me, he was wearing a flannel jacket, if that's what it's called. Right now it looks like he's wearing a jumper, but I'll probably put all that detail in the texturing side of things once I get up to that part. But for now I was kind of just doing the creases and making it look like it was a piece of clothing. And then I moved on to the pants, which is similar to the top, just trying to get the creases down and making it look like it is a clothing item. In the reference image it just looked like he was wearing fat pants, so I kind of just made them real baggy. And then he was wearing boots, so I just made some boots. Finally, I moved on to the accessory items like the robe and the necklace. The robe will be affected by physics, so it'll be moving inside the game engine, which will be awesome. And that is it. That is the work I have been doing on the Caretaker. Next, I will be modeling the Lost Boy. And yeah, it will be a similar video to what this was, just showing how I sculpted him. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this episode, and we will see you next week.